All right, here we go. We are pressing live. Let's go. Okay, ladies. All right, so we are now live on the YouTubes of the world. I got some of my faves here. Let me bring up my YouTube so I can see the comments because I got to see stuff. So this is the last day. This is the last day. We did 3 days, y'all. I'm so proud of myself. So we did 3 days. But I also want to say too is that I wanted this to be a time for people out there to get a look-see into what it's like to not just, I'm showcasing clients, but coaching is something that I feel like all leaders need at some point, whether it's ongoing or for to go over some type of milestone, mindset wise. And I think that it is worth understanding that even during crazy economic times, you can still invest in yourself, but you just have to have a mindset to do so, right? So today is all about really honing in on the experience of coaching. Of course, how Elocin Consulting, which is the name of my company, has been able to help our clients over time. We've been in this game for 4 years. It's been a long time, a lot of changes, a lot of ups and downs, even in our economy, in our world. And so I wanted to just, first of all, thank everybody, not only just the ladies here on this panel, but the women out there that have come to every single day. This has been, I don't take this for granted. I do this because first of all, I love it. And then number two, just to say that even if I can impact one person, I have done a lot. So I don't take any of this for granted. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in. I want to introduce the ladies real quick, and then we're going to get into the questions. And then after that, y'all, we will have a brief Q&A from people out in the workshop that's attending, and they need to put a question in the comment section, and I will answer accordingly. So here we go. Here we go. So the first person I have is Miss Sasha Rosa. She's a holistic womb wellness specialist, certified, doing the work of God out here, helping women with fibroid issues, healing the reproductive system, and a whole host of other things. Sasha's been with me going on 2 years. She's still in the Matriarch CEO Coaching Program. So happy that she's here with me. Miss Keisha Way, who is the systems expert, okay? Systems expert, period. And she has been with me, one of the OGs from Skyrocket Growth Accelerator all the way back to like 2020, 2021. And then she came back to the Matriarch CEO Coaching Program. I'm just proud of her growth. So thank you, Keisha, for being here. Thank you, Sasha, for being here. Moving on to Ms. Deaisha Redding, who is the CEO of Vivacious Professional Services. She is a numbers expert, bookkeeping, financial analyst, taxes. She helps you get your money right for your business. Okay. She first came to me one-on-one. It was a one-on-one program I had. She was one of my one-on-one clients. And then she came back again. Then she came back again, honey. And I'm just so proud of her. She is leaps and bounds. Proud, complete transformation, all of them. And last but not least, Miss Amy Lindsay. She is a mindset coach. And look, she's a nurse turned. She's still a nurse, y'all. She's still a nurse, but she is now a mindset coach, and she owns a group home. Am I saying it correctly, Amy? Okay. She's 100% entrepreneur. I'm so proud of her. Y'all, it's possible. Is it easy? No, not all the time. But it can be simple if you allow it to be. Okay. So, ladies, thank you so much. We're going to get into the questions. Let me see here. I'm trying to make sure I got in. I hope if you're watching live, comment live in the chat, y'all. I'm telling you, we're going on. So the first thing, I'm gonna call y'all's names because I know everybody's trying to struggle to jump in. But I want to know first and foremost, Sasha, I'll start with you. Where were you in your business when you first came? Where were you? What were you feeling? Tell me about that.
Oh boy, it was pretty bad. I was feeling overwhelmed. I remember I just finished a challenge and it just didn't go good. I was feeling unmotivated. I was honestly at the point of, should I just give this up? You know, it was things weren't going good. Things weren't going good at all. So I didn't know like the next steps. I had no vision. I was just a mess.
No, so kind of where like the chart, like how you were charging your clients, what was that looking like for you?
So the prices were very, very cheap. And it felt like also too that I was expending more energy and not getting the return. So I was doing the one-on-one stuff. I had all these offers that just weren't aligned, that were extremely cheap. And again, not, I wasn't getting the right people. It just I didn't feel aligned to my business anymore. I didn't feel, I lost like that motivation. I wasn't inspired anymore. So I was at a very, very low place. And I was like, yeah, should I continue to do this? So
Mhm.
yes. So when I started watching you, I think it was like July 2020. So I remember, I don't know how, but I randomly just started watching your lives. I was like, wow, wow. And it just really motivated me, and I was like, you know what? It was just something, what you were saying, it was something I needed to hear, about how, law of assumption, you working hard, you doing the inner work, you really not giving up on your business, not giving up on yourself. So it was what I needed to hear at the time. So I was like, I need to work with her. I need to work with her. I don't know where I'm gonna get the money, but I need to work with her. So, but I was at a very, before that point, I was at a very low place. 2022 was a really hard year especially in the beginning. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Sasha, for sharing. Oh my goodness. Let me move on real quick to Deasia. Where were you in your business?
Let's see, when I first met you, I had to have been around 2020 as well. So I don't know, the shutdown, we was all, and you came across my feed on Facebook, and I was just, it was one of those posts, and I was like, dang, is she reading my diary? Like, why is she all in my business? And it was something to the effect of like, we got all these degrees and all these certificates and all this stuff, but you still broke. And I was like, she's talking to me. Like, she's talking to me. So I got into the program because I had a lot of money mindset things. It's like I could bring some money in, but I wasn't able to sustain, or I really didn't have a plan for it. And your coaching helped me understand, like, okay, why are you doing this? First of all, you got a baby. At the end of the day, like, this is your child. It's up to you to take care of him. And you made me be like, realize that going back to work is not an option. Like, it's got to work. It has to work. And so you put pedal to the metal. You was coaching me, crying, all this. Like, okay, when you get done crying, you do this work, and I'll talk to you in a minute. And I was like, okay. So that, it helped me now to be able to walk in my boldness. When I go into the room, I know that, like, I know my stuff. And that's something that Coach Jay taught me. Was like, girl, you got this. You are smarter than everybody in this room. Act like it. Show up as a leader. And so I've been doing that.
I love it. I love it. Yes. Keisha?
Ma'am. Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you for the opportunity. This is, I'm so grateful for you and the rest of the ladies that are here on the panel. When I first came across you, I was just kind of out there, just kind of doing things, however, piecing things together. And I met you through a panel just like this. That was my, yeah. I had been following a previous coach, and when she had her success panel, and I came across you on that success panel, I was like, oh my God, this is the lady for me. This is the coach for me. My business, I had already had it for a few years, but I was not implementing anything within the business. I was making money here and there sporadically. And you taught me the power of showing up. And when you show up, to actually do the work. And if it doesn't work, it's okay to pivot. You don't have to ask for permission to pivot. You can pivot and still be successful at your new, pivot. It's okay to shift and pivot.
I
So,
love
yes.
it. Thank you. Thank you, Amy. Here we go. There you go, Amy.
Yes. Well, again, yes, thank you so much, like Keisha said, for allowing Keisha, allowing us to be here and to share our story. And I know when I came across you, you were doing a challenge on Facebook, and I had joined your challenge because I said, this woman, and it was really great because honestly, I needed to see someone like me, okay, succeeding. That was really what's going on. I've been a nurse for 30 years, and there's a handful of us sprinkles, right? So we gravitate towards each other because we need that, that camaraderie, and that support. So when I saw, your post and I got in your challenge, I'm like, this woman knows what she's doing. And at the point, I was a health coach, and I still am a health coach, but I wasn't really succeeding in my business, and I was doing something else as well. So I did like a clarity intensive with you, and it was really eye-opening for me to see where I was at and what I needed to change. And I'm so grateful to be able to be in this cohort with you since 21, actually. And it really and the thing is, for me, it was really a lot of mindset that I needed, and self-worth coaching that I needed. And I didn't realize that. As a high achiever, still, I wasn't in my power. So being able to be coached by you, and I needed that time to really deconstruct and deprogram to be able to step into the purpose, the greatness that God has for me. So that's how I came across. I was a mess. And I'm still learning and growing, but I'm grateful. I mean, I know it was a divine appointment for me to be in your cohort and to have met you.
I love that. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Keisha. That was amazing. I want to kind of put this out there, kind of something what Amy said too, is that a lot of people think that coaching is just, make 10K, and that's it, and put this funnel together and that's it. A lot of coaching is centered around emotional work, inner work, and belief system work. Just think about football. When you think about sports and those coaches out there, they don't normally work with people who are losing, like who are horrible at football or horrible at basketball. Coaching is for high performing people or high achieving people, high potential. So because there's work involved, you just need to amp it up a little bit. You need somebody behind you to say, okay, you went 10 yards, but I need you to go 30. I need you to go 50. I need you to pass the ball to this person. And strategy, working with someone else and keeping your eye on someone that's available. But even in business, how does that work? Somebody who's already in business or knows business acumen, you're not giving them, doing it for them. Okay, I'm going to help you make 5K. No, you have to give them the strategy. You have to give them the support. I think a lot of times coaches don't realize that you have to have support. Some programs, and I'm not here to lift my leg on anybody's programs, but every program that's out there does not have a lot of emotional mindset support. Sometimes they have somebody to come in, but it's always good for coaches to have strategy as well as mindset, because that's 75% of business is to get at your feelings and learn how to process your emotions. So that was good, y'all. Thank you so much. So the next thing, and this is the question, even with emotions, what are some of the things that you experience from an emotional standpoint when you decided to say yes to yourself? And Keisha, I'll start with you on that question. So when you finally said yes to yourself and went on ahead and hired, what happened emotionally after that purchase was made?
Emotionally, you have to think about, when you say yes, you have to say yes to your yes. Because a lot of times when we say yes initially, it's like, okay, now I've clicked and I've paid the invoice, but now what? Because it goes beyond your yes. So we have to think about, when we decide that we're going to hire a coach, we're hiring that coach so that coach can coach us through the process of doing the work. So when the emotions arise, it's like tap into your coach. And sometimes you may fail to tap into your coach, but you have to tap into that coach because that is why you invested, so that they can help you through the process. You already know how to do certain things, but mentally you can be easily thrown off because you're overwhelmed at the fact that you just invested in you, not realizing that in order to get a return on that investment, you have to do the work. So when the emotions arise, it's like you got to get in the mirror and tell yourself, this is not going down today. What we're going to do is what the coach said, and we're going to go ahead and sit down and make it happen. And sometimes you just have to detach yourself from that regular space that you're in, if it's in your home or, if it's whatever coffee shop you choose to work out of. You have to realize, zone in on that work and just forget everything else that's going on around you until your work is done.
Oh, that was good. Saying yes to your yes. Because I told y'all sometimes you'll be saying yes unconsciously. And then you forget you said yes. That's why I added extra steps. I said, no, I need to make sure this yes is a yes. And not because it's a pretty day outside or your hormones are regulated. No, do you know what you're saying? Deasia, what about you? Emotionally, what went through for you?
Emotionally, for me, I was just like, I got to do this for real. Like, I can't just sit and pay for this coaching program and she just let me be on the sideline. Like, no, I'm a rocket, okay, forever. When she bring SGA back, I'm gonna be the first one in line. So I'm a rocket. She would tell us, like, y'all, we had to get on here and we had to say our numbers. And I was like, I'm not coming to these calls with no zero. I'm not doing that. So when I said yes to me, it made me be like, girl, you got to focus. You got to get on here. You got to get these clients, because I'm competitive with me, but I'm not about to get on the call and be like, what you made it zero? No. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. So once we got in there, I loved how Coach Jay did not just let me sit in the back with the camera off. She'd be like, turn the cameras on unless you doing something or, or whatever, but turn the camera on and be present and participate. And she coached us through things and had us say what was going on and then walked us through the emotional part of it and how to get over that. And then she would tell us, like, it's just money. Like, you pay this, and do you believe you're going to bring it back? Like, you think that God loves the Kardashians more than that God loves you? And I was like, you're right. Like, that's the same God. So those are those things. And I say that to myself all the time now. I'm like, me and Beyonce got the same God. So if God did it for her, God can do it for me too. So
I know that's right. I know that's right. Y'all, because and the issue was right, because I used to be like, I need some numbers. I need y'all bring me some clients. I need y'all bring me some. Bring me some.
Zero was not acceptable.
I don't, we're not doing zero no more. We're not doing it. And that's the thing. See, and all enroll. Oh, and then you fall off. No, where are you? They'll tell you, I'll come and find you if I don't see you. And it's not that I'm trying to babysit. This is coaching. You have to be present. Like, where are you? Is everything okay? Number one. Okay, now that I know you okay, what's going on? Exactly. Amy, what about you?
Okay, so when I first came to coach, I was just very like emotional. And as I think it's our nature as women to be emotional, right? So there's a lot of things I didn't know, right? And I didn't know. And the fact that you have a coach on your side, I think that's so important because it helps. A coach keeps you accountable. And like Deasia said, coach will ask, like, what are your numbers? And I think as women, we don't not used to hearing that, right? When you're, as an employee mindset, because I was an employee, I was working. There's some things that as far as numbers is concerned, but it's like, it's not, you're working for a business, so it's not your business. So you don't take accountability. But when you become a business owner, like you own the business, right? And it's up to you to, to bring in the numbers. So it was really good for me to be able to hear that and constant, and still, because it's a sense of accountability, a sense of ownership, like you are the CEO, like you're the one that has to make it happen. Like, you are the sales force, it's like no one's, like she will always, Coach's favorite phrase, no one's coming for you. Right. So, no one's coming to save you, right? You got to save yourself. So, so that's what I've experienced, with coaching. I'm grateful for her because, as a coaching really is a wealth sport, like she said. If you want to grow in your wealth, you need a coach.
I love that. Thank you, Amy. Sasha, what about you?
So I came in running. Like for me, I wasn't scared. I came in like, I'm ready. Like that's just how I am, because I knew, no, I got to join this program. Now, I was a little nervous because I remember right before I didn't have the money at first. And I remember right before I was, okay, somebody had paid me. I got a client. So I was like, all right. I'm gonna use this to pay my first down payment to join this program. And I was like, should I? Yes, you need to, because I knew I was gonna 10 times that money. So I was like, you know what, 10x that money. So I came in running. I was excited. I just knew this was the program that's gonna change my business, change my life. So maybe that's because I had been following you, and I was just like, no, my intuition was like, you have to join. There's no excuse. You got to join. You have to join. So I came in, I was excited. I was like, okay, what I got to do. And I remember, we had to switch things up as far as, my business, as far as pivoting. And I was scared. Now, when you mentioned that, that's when I was scared, but then it was the best thing that ever happened to me. And it made me fall in love again with what I was doing. So, and it just, again, made people as well. It made people take me more seriously, because before I felt like they really didn't take me seriously. Yeah.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you. I love that. Okay. When you think about the journey that, when you're being coached, and even you could talk about it even after, if you like after a while has kind of went by, but when you're being coached, you go through so many ups and downs, personally, environmentally, physically, sometimes, family wise, relatives, oh, she thinks she's, because she's doing this, or whatever. What do you think was the biggest challenge for you? And Amy, prep yourself. What was the biggest challenge for you going through being coached? And what is that challenge that you experienced in your life and going through trying to build a business? What was something that was coming up for you? Did you feel like, I got to get over this? Maybe it was belief system, or, what changed?
Several things. I think most of all is the mindset, because I really had a middle-class employee mindset. I mean, that's what I grew up with. That's all I saw. I didn't have any great examples of it. Someone, an entrepreneur, someone who takes care of their business and is a business owner. I didn't have that. So that came up a lot. It's really a transformation, and it's a process. And I had to learn to lean into the process. I had to learn to embrace and not run away. And when I first started, with the program, I was running away. The people were saying like I was very expressive with coach about how I was feeling and things like that. But as in your experience, coach, so you don't even have to. People don't even have to tell you. You kind of know, right? But but just with my actions, I wasn't leaning in. I was bucking. Like she would say, kickboxing God. Like, I don't want to do this. Does it take all this? And stuff like that. But then it's like, this is part of. You have to transform. You have to become a different person, basically, to step into your purpose and unlearn a lot of things that you have learned over the decades. I'm 50 something years old, and I've had decades of programming, and it takes time. It takes time to unlearn, all those things that hinders you, right, from walking into your purpose. So those are the things that I've had to really fight through, and it's like it's a lifelong journey. I still have to, like Coach Jana was saying, you have to fight for your freedom because like you always want to. It's like the default wants to pull you back, but you have to fight always to keep on going forward.
Mm-hmm. Amy, that was good. Keisha.
I think the biggest thing for me, I would allow distractions to get in my way. And those distractions were very simple distractions that I know that I didn't have to deal with. It would be, okay, I'm in the house, I can clean up, I can go do this, I can go do that. And then in my head, I would hear Coach Jay saying, put that broom down. Because you should be working on your business so that you can hire someone to come into your house and clean and do those other things. So instead of doing what I know I needed to do, yeah, I would do some other things and allow it to distract me, knowing doggone well that I should have been sitting down with my face at that computer and doing the work. Because if I didn't do the work, how was it going to get done? I wanted somebody to come in here and do this other work, but yet and still I was over here trying to do it instead of doing the work that was going to be most important. I could let some dust sit on the floor for a couple of days, while I work on this program so that I can get it implemented, so that I can get clients, so that I can hear ching ching on my Honeybook account. So yeah, it was just simple distractions that I allowed to get in my way. But mindset and belief allowed me to overcome those distractions. So I walk by the broom now, like, not today.
And we ain't trying to say y'all keep a dirty house. No. But sometimes we do things unconsciously. You'll find yourself like, I should not be doing. Why am I doing this? It's just like Amy was saying earlier, they just embrace or run away. But that's a high achieving mindset, because everything, and many women were birthed into, especially if you're the oldest or among the oldest, or, in a family where high achievers, you are prepped and primed to do a lot and to achieve a lot. And so with that being said, when you have been, you've been raised in a family that is push that you get a degree, push that you do this, and push that you get out, and push that you go to church, and push that you did it. So in that, all of your actions and your behaviors was to please someone else. So you never had really a choice to believe anything different, because everything was geared towards making your parents happy, your grandmother happy, your aunt happy, your, grandfather happy. Everybody is happy but you. And so now when you step into things, it's like, I'm distracted, I'm doing this, I'm focusing on it, because embracing or leaning into your own work is hard, because you're responsible and accountable for what you produce. And your whole life was about allowing somebody else to take the blame, or allowing somebody else, because as a high achiever, we were always taught that you just bring home the reward. You just bring home the certificates and the licenses. That's what we want, because it was a sign of achievement. But when it came down to the bank account, when it came down to wealth, when it came down to numbers, oh, I don't know, I ain't got that, I don't have that. You're a CEO, you're responsible for the health of business. So you can't be running away from numbers. You can't be running away from sales and marketing and showing up, So I love that. Thank y'all. Deasia, what was the biggest challenge for you?
The biggest challenge for me while we was going through that was running away from the deep work. Coach would say, you got all these pretty pictures and all this other stuff, but where is the work at? What is going on behind there? What's going on? And I was like, oh, I would use all this planning Canva, getting photo shoots done, all of this other stuff, and avoiding doing the deep dive work of, who did you talk to? What DMs did you say? what webinar have you put out there? Like, what are you doing? You know, and so that was a distraction. I would want to have all these pretty pictures and stuff. And so coach had to draw me by my coattail and say, that don't matter. That does not matter. Get out here and get to the work. Your people need help, and you sitting around here playing in Canva. And so I was like, okay, well, let me get out here. And she helped me to realize I don't have to be perfect. If I stutter or whatever, I don't have to be glammed up every time. Like if I choose to, that's fine. But the people who are going to pay me just need me to show up. And by me hiding behind doing all this other stuff that have nothing to do with nothing, worrying about fonts, it's not getting you no money. So I said, okay, so I had to get out of that and go and do the work, and don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid to do that. And sales. I hated sales, y'all. I was like, oh, everybody buy. And then she was like, how you gonna pay for that trip you want to get on? And I was like, okay, let me get on here and do it. And she helped me to do sales where it didn't feel icky to me, where it's like, no, you're serving them. She's like, when you go to McDonald's, they're selling you. So why can't you sell your services? Why can't you? People need bookkeeping. People need to do taxes. And I was like, okay. So that helped so much.
Love it. I love it. Sasha, did I get you? Okay. Tell me, what's the challenge?
So for me, I don't know if you remember, but it was transitioning from the one-on-one to the group. That was the biggest challenge. And the one-on-ones were burning me out. They were too low price. So transitioning that was the best thing I've ever done. I was so scared doing it because I thought that, are these people going to still get results? Do they need the one-on-one? But it was the best thing ever. They still got amazing results, and also for them as well. So you were telling us, you were saying that when people, like, when it comes to one-on-one, that's like the highest, that should be the highest price. And I'm like, you're right. That's because you're giving the most energy. You're giving all of you. I'm like, that's true. So why am I having these low, like, so just helping me with my offers, like it was just such a huge help. And even, I'll get in my head sometimes about, of course, imposter syndrome and all that stuff. But you would tell me, you're doing God's work. Like, you over here helping women get pregnant, getting rid of, you're doing God's work, getting rid of fibroids and all these other things. And I was like, she's right. She's right. So even like my confidence, because at first I wasn't really that, as far as my business and everything, I was putting myself out there. I would, but the confidence wasn't really there. And people were like, the way you are is different than before, much different. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. Thank y'all. I love that. Okay, we're almost done. But what was the biggest challenge? I'm sorry, not biggest challenge, biggest accomplishment. I need my reading glasses. Deisha, get ready. What was the biggest accomplishment, or what did you learn most from hiring Elocin as your coach?
Let's say the biggest accomplishment that I had was hitting my first 11K month. That happened in Elocin. And so that let me know that I can do that. I can do it. And if I did it once, I can do it again. And like, even now, I'm still having 5-figure months. Like, coach, help me with hiring and let me know, like, that's the normal. We can't go below that now. Like, that's your new normal. So that was the biggest thing. And then if anybody is wondering or scared to invest into Elocin or invest into yourself, please do it. Please do it. But be prepared to work. But know that hiring this company is going to help you with your business in the long run. And you can utilize these tools for any other business or any other venture that you do. It's timeless. I told y'all yesterday in the chat, I'm still using stuff from 2021. Sometimes I go back to my old books and I look over the notes from some of our coaching calls, and I'm able to apply that now in 2024. So it's timeless. So if you invest in yourself, you say yes to you're going to get the return on the investment. And I can't wait to show y'all later what I've came up with now. And we already implementing it. We rolling employees and everything. So yes.
Okay, I'm coming back to you. Hold
okay.
on. I love that. ROI, compound over time, y'all. I love that. Thank you, Deisha. Keisha.
I think my biggest accomplishment was I told you that I wanted to do systems, and I was
Mhm.
kind of dragging my feet on doing systems.
Mhm.
So the first time I got a client for a honeybook setup was like huge to me. The fact that I was able to onboard them, the fact that we were able to go through the entire process and get her stuff set up and then offboard her, I felt like, why was I taking so long to actually do this? When we talked about, just go in there and do the work. So the fact that when I got my first client for a honeybook setup, I felt like I could just do pretty much anything because we make a situation harder than what it is when Honeybook is a tool, and the fact that it had everything I needed right there, and the fact that I could come and ask you questions if need be. But just to see it come full circle, it was letting me know that this is possible, and you can do so many things with what you called a vehicle. You told us to find a vehicle and utilize that vehicle. And that was my vehicle. And when I learned to take care of that vehicle and master it, it made the world of a difference for me.
Keisha, do you remember when you were in SGA and you remember how, I don't even know what we were talking about in our group huddle, but we were talking about like systems. It was right before Taylor Drew came in and did the speaking, but I remember you saying, that's why I knew you was systems. Like you was like, Coach, I documented everything
That
that you
you
did.
did.
And I said, well, why that?
I did. Every
She documented
process.
all the SOPs. Like, I was like, this girl needs to be doing systems, period.
Mhm.
Very good at. See, I remember a lot of that core for all of my clients that came through. And I remember just that one thing that was like, she got it. She got it. She just got to step into it. Yes, Keisha. Thank you. Thank you for that.
No.
Who's next? Amy.
Okay. So for me, my greatest accomplishment from hiring Elocin is the fact that I was able to leave my corporate job of nursing and to open my own personal care home business, group home, same difference. And just to have the courage and the boldness to be able to do that and to know my self-worth, to know what I bring to the table and that I'm the business. Like coach will always say, like, you are the business, you are the content, you are the flex, right? It's all you. And when I first joined, I didn't have that self-concept. I didn't have that self-worth, and I had to learn how to pivot into that, to be bold, not to wait for someone not to wait to get permission, right? Or someone to agree with the vision that God gave me. That He gave it to me so because it was meant for me to have and for me to step into it. So I'm grateful for that and the support that that Ellison provides, because when you out here, right, like Coach Jay was say, on these entrepreneur streets, you need someone to guide you, to support you, to help you. You can't thrive alone. You can't, so you definitely need community of like-minded people that's going to talk the way you talk, right? And talk the way you need to talk, and this, and to provide that for you. So I'm so grateful for that.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yes. Sasha.
Well, I have a few. So, of course, was my first 6-figure year. That was just amazing. And yeah, so that was one of them, being able to go like on a luxury trip for my birthday and take myself, that was funded for my business, take myself, first class, and talk about, luxury resort and just not worrying about money and just going all, I'm like, look, I haven't celebrated my birthday like this in a couple of years. I'm going all out, and I did. And just being able to move into a brand new place, oh my gosh, that I'm over here still furnished, but I cannot wait. A couple of weeks we're at my office and everything, but just so many different accomplishments from this joining Elocin. I always thank Coach Jay I mean, just I would not be here in my business if it wasn't for her, for sure. The support, the things the strategy, what I've learned in the Matriarch is just that's why I'm still here. I cannot. Yes. So that's all of that stuff, just being able to achieve all that stuff, it's just been amazing. And seeing 5-figure months, I never thought I would see 5-figure months. I'm like, never in business, never, ever. I couldn't even imagine it before. You know, back in 2022, I couldn't even imagine that. I was like, I'll be happy with 5.
But you know what? People fail to realize, I'm gonna pick on Sasha a little bit. I made her hit 6 figures on her birthday.
Yes, yes, yes.
I don't care what you got to do, have birthday, but I need you to give me a client. We're gonna hit the 6 figures today. And she said, okay. Now she in Jamaica. Now, see any other clients, sometimes clients, get up. Get the 6 figures so we can say hey for your birthday. And she hit it. She hit it. So and this is not to say that we push you to do things, or that's a milestone for a lot of entrepreneurs. Like if you can hit 6 figures, you can hit $1 million. You just have to have another like strategy to get there, but you have to manage yourself. And see, sometimes too, y'all, is that people be ready for the $1 million. Like, but you have to learn how to steward over 5 figures a month. If you can steward and do proper with, look, I'm gonna bring Deasia like taxes and stuff. You gotta learn how to be a responsible chief executive officer. And some people be ready to go to 7 figures when you haven't learned how to emotionally manage 5 and get to 6 figures. Do you know how to hire and fire? Do you know how to manage your books and be responsible for receipts and business expenses? Because even though that money is coming into your business, that ain't your money. Ain't your money yet. So you have to have revenue first, and then you have income. Because some of y'all be getting this money, and then y'all go and spend it up on stuff. And it's like, that's the business money. So you got to be very careful. You have to be very careful of how you navigate with your business. And that's why I said the only way you're going to really build wealth is if you earn more than you can spend. Because sometimes y'all earn and then you stop. You get one client and you stop. Then you one client. No, you gotta like, okay, okay, congratulations. Let's keep going. Because you're gonna sit in it. Oh, I've got one client. Let me go over and sit down. No, I need 5. I need 10. You ain't got to your 10K yet. No, wait a minute. Don't take that money, go and spend on vacation yet. Hold up. Learn how to hold large amounts of money. That's one of the biggest things too. And Deasia, I'm about to come back to you because I need to know what you're doing. So it's I just want y'all to, especially this year, challenge yourself to stop taking all these hiatuses and stuff. Like, yes, rest. Yes, take care of yourself. But let this be the year where you challenge yourself to go all the way. Like, stop stopping at 7K. Stop stopping at 10. Challenge yourself and say, this year, I want to go to 30. I'm going to go 30K months. Once you hit 30K months, okay, it's time for 50. Let me get somebody like I can hire comfortably. And I hire somebody based on anxiety and I don't know if I can pay them and this is a risk. Hire someone when you are comfortable with hiring. Because some people say hire before you're ready. I don't agree with that. I think you should hire when you're comfortable and you have cash flow, but you have a strategy where you know how you're going to bring this person on board them and then have them to help you scale. Which leads me to Deasia. What you doing?
Well, coach, I have pivoted. So Vivacious Professional, she's still gonna be there. She's always gonna be there. But I have, sorry, y'all, my light in my office go out if I don't move around.
Oh, the motion.
I started I didn't know, Amy, that you were in the, I knew you were in the health, but I didn't know you had an agency, but that's what I started, a senior care agency. We already have clients, and I'm not even taking insurance like private pay, like people with money paying me to take care of their seniors. And so, yes, that is what I've been doing. Got my license, all of our stuff. We have clientele. Thank you to Coach Jay for telling me not to be afraid to just talk to people, like just talk to the people, because they're just people. So I've been boots on the ground, talking to people, having meetings, conversations, and they've been sending their seniors over here to get care from my agency. And I'm so excited. So yes, I'll be coming back into SJ because I need to know how to manage 30K months, 50K months, 100K months. I'm gonna need help to process that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing. Y'all, you gotta hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta hit it. And I'm sorry, like you just have to. You gotta hit it. And you gotta just trust yourself, y'all. They're not gonna come into your house and sit on your lap and say, I heard you was a coach, or I heard you do this. They're not coming in and sit at your coffee table with you. They're not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not. You have to do what you have to do. So, for example, and I hate to say it like this, you know, you don't want to think about scenarios like this, but it's your business. And if somebody come to you and hold somebody ransom that you love, and they say you got 72 hours to come up with $15,000, or this person is gone. Like, we don't like this scenario, but what you gonna do? You just gonna, well, I can't, you know, like, no, we finna rev this or they out. Now, I don't want you to have that anxiety, but what's the difference between the urgency there and the urgency with doing it with urgency and with consistency? Because why can't you make 15,000? Why can't you make 25,000 in April? Like, April's coming up. There should be no reason why zero should be your default. Because what are you doing all month? I'm coaching. Let me come back. Let me go back. So, first of all, ladies, thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies that are here in the workshop. Do y'all have a little time to take questions? Do y'all have to go? Okay. If there's anybody in the chat, we can take like 3 questions, up to 3 questions. If anybody has a question they want to ask the ladies, I don't care. You can ask whatever you want to ask in terms of, you know, what it's like working with me, or anything deeper you want to ask. Since you have them here and they have the liberty of asking, because I don't want y'all to think I'm scripted and gave them something to ask. So you're more than welcome if you want to ask a question. Zaria said present for it all. Monica said congratulations. Ariel said amazing. Kimberly, she just joined the daily payday intensive. So Kimberly said, this is such confirmation I'm in the right place. Yes, I love it. I love it. So Yvonne said, oh, that's good. Hashtag pass the broom. She was talking about you, Keisha. I love that. Anybody? Kimberly said, y'all confirmed everything I need to know. I love this. Ladies, last but not least, where can people find you, follow you, get in touch with you? Keisha, I'll let you go first.
Okay, so I am on LinkedIn under my name, Keisha Way, on Facebook under Keisha Way as well, on TikTok and Instagram under Journey with Keisha. And Keisha is spelled Keshea.
Love it, love it. Deisha.
Hey, y'all. You can find me on Facebook and LinkedIn as Deisha L. Redding. You can find me on TikTok as well. I'm a TikTok girly, Deisha CEO, as well as on Instagram as Deisha the CEO. So come hang out with me.
Yes, Sasha.
You guys can find me on Facebook, Sasha Rosa, on TikTok, Sasha Rose, a health coach, or it's either that or wound specialist. I can't remember. But just type in one of those. But you should see it if you go to my link in my bio and on any of my platforms. You should see it. You should also on Instagram, Sasha Rose, a health coach, and yeah, those are the main ones I use. So yes,
Love that. Love that. Amy?
You can find me on Facebook at Amy Pleasant-Lindsay. You can find me on LinkedIn as Amy Lindsay, and on TikTok as at the Mind Shifter Lindsay.
Love that. Okay, y'all, we did have one question, and anybody can answer. Zaria asked, what advice would you give a young lady in her 20s to get to the point of investing in Elocin? What can I work on now? Anybody can go. That's a good question. Everybody thinking, that's okay.
I want to share. I think definitely just figuring out or just really thinking what you want. Like, what do you want? Who are you, basically? And what do you want for your life? To learn it, to really take the time to figure that out and to know that you are worth, you are worth any investment. That you are your future. And that if you're led to invest in Elocin, it's because you are led to invest in Elocin. It's meant for you to be here. And you just happenstance fall on this training. It was for a reason. So definitely just, think about that and really understand that your investment, you are worth your investment.
Yes. One more answer. Anybody else want to respond? Sasha?
yes, I would say this. The fact that you're in your 20s and you're here, that already puts you ahead of your peers. That's number one. So definitely, I mean, if I would have started this in my 20s, my God, So just that alone, and also too, making sure if you're not ready to invest yet, making sure, okay, are you getting these courses as well, these low, the lower price courses to really put you to the point where you are ready to invest, like really putting the work in, and also blocking out the noise, because everybody's going to say, oh my God, but businesses up and down, this and that, the recession, the economy, blah, blah, blocking that out and just going full speed, just going full speed at it. And just, because I know that when you're in your 20s, like people really project onto you and really just, you have to really work on your mindset and shutting out other people's limits and beliefs, because that's them, and that even your parents, because they'll tell you like, no, you need to, go to this 9 to 5 and be somebody's cubicle. And no, you have a vision for your life. Your intuition called you here. So you're here for a reason, and you have to understand and listen, just because I'm here today does not mean I'm going to be here tomorrow. And start again, get some of these courses that are lower price, start making some money so that you're able to invest and you feel confident investing as well. So, but I just want to congratulate you for even being here in general. So yeah, but make sure you keep following Coach Jay.
I love it. Keisha, you were getting ready to say something. I wanted to give you an opportunity.
Yes. I'm thinking passion. That was the word that came up for me. If she's passionate about whatever it is that's making her think she wants to be in this space, that passion will allow her to get in this space. So I think that's going to be huge.
Yes, I love that. One more question. Oh, Ariel, you just took it away. That's okay, Ariel. So she asked something about like, what is the one strategy that was taught? I'm okay with that question. What is one strategy that you were taught that helped you with sales or strategy? Like what is one thing that helped you? And anybody can answer.
Ooh, I think one of the biggest things that I remember you telling us was to, hey, I'm working on this program and it made me think of you. And the first time I did that, it was like, okay, send the invoice. I was like, oh my God. So just being able to confidently communicate, even when you're not confident, communicate and then detach. So that's two things, but yeah.
Yes, the tag. Go
So I
ahead.
have so one strategy that I learned from Coach Jay and I still use now is to look up and find out who is in business around you and send them an email. Just send them hey, I'm in the area or whatnot. But I went and got cards, like actual greeting cards, and just say, I looked on the Chamber of Commerce of businesses and was just like, hey, I see that you are. I'm just saying hello. Whoop whoop. And it wasn't pitching anything like, if you would like to connect with me, follow me on whatever platforms or whatever. And I have gotten clients who paid me in full, y'all, from sending a greeting card. But then they was able to look on my social media platform and see that I am who I say that I am, and I had that content there. But snail mail still works, y'all. People want to get cards in the mail, so use that.
And everybody on here, you need to join your business journal. Your local business journal. They have sections where new businesses, everybody that's a coach or whatever, like new businesses that open up in your area, you can send them emails, y'all. You can send them, just like Deisha was saying. I get one every week. And it does cost. It's an investment. I'm telling y'all, this is value right here. Go and join. I don't know how much it is in your city, but join your local business journal. Get those leads coming to your house. And just like Deisha was saying, Chamber of Commerce, get involved, meet people, local level, start putting your feet down in your local area, and then global, because you do need to go global at some point. Okay. I love that. Anybody else want to answer? You good? You good? Okay.
I wanted to say something real quick. One strategy I would think that Coach Jay taught me is not to overthink and not to be afraid to fail. Right. And I've seen Coach Jay grow over the years. Like and anyway, and then there was since 21. And I've seen her do a fail launch, right? And she just get up, learn from the situation, and just, try again, right? And grow from every situation. So I think that's definitely something that is really is helping me, because when you're in the corporate world and even growing up in education, everybody punish you for making mistakes and for failing. And it's, but when when you're in business, right, and you're an entrepreneur, failure is feedback. Like failure is, okay, what have you learned? Okay, what can I improve? I'm gonna do this again. It's like consistency over the long haul will get you, to your goals. So that's the strategies that I've learned.
Love that. Ladies, y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I will send, we'll send an email to everyone. If you checked your email this morning, the Facebook profile links were embedded in the pictures. But I thank y'all so much. Love y'all so much. You're more than welcome to bow out gracefully. And we're going to have one more Q&A with myself, and then we're going to close out for day 3. So thank you, ladies. Thank you. Bye-bye. Love it, love it, love it. All right. All right. So it's just me, everybody. Those are my esteemed clients. Love them so much. So we are going to finish out this week with a couple of questions that you may have. This is your time to ask, and then we're going to close out for this workshop. So, I want to also kind of dig in to number 1, payday should be every day for you. You should build a business, build an audience. Like right now, your whole focus needs to be what? You need to get clear about who you are serving. Get clear about what you are doing for the people you are serving, right? And then you need to create a vehicle, some type of offer, service, program, and you need to begin serving people in that, okay? It needs to be something that is irresistible. People need to feel as if they are getting a bargain. They need to feel like they're getting exclusivity. Like they're getting some amazing value from you. I need y'all to stop being lazy when it comes down to offers and services. You need to get very clear. So with that being said, once you get clear, then you got to go get your people. And this is a part where everybody messed up because for some reason, we have it in our mind that people just come to us just because we're nice or just because we're kind. You need to be able to understand you got people that are watching you right now. And then you need to go out and get new people. You need to always get ahead of the curve. Stop getting complacent with just these people over here. You got to get out and get new people. I need y'all to understand it. This is, if you're not making enough money in your business, you need to start getting in front of new people every single day, connecting with new people all the time. That makes sense. Okay. So all this week, we were talking about moving the needle in your business, where it means that you need to focus. You need to focus because this is what we're doing even with daily paydays. You need to start creating offers and an e-library. You need to create an e-library where you're getting in front of people and offering courses, products. Someone asked, I think it was Aria that asked about the, what can you learn? I have courses, right? I have products, master classes that come up that are paid, low cost paid. But the thing is that you have to understand that you are worthy of the investment. Women have to make money. The more, I remember this study that was done, I forgot where I read it from, but I remember people saying, this researcher stated that the poorer that people are, the more emotional they are. We always default back to our emotions because our emotions are fixated on temporary feelings. But you have to understand that your emotions are there to either put you back on track or to help you to get better so you can get back into a homeostasis, which is like a neutral. So then you can regroup and understand destiny. You got to know what is the big picture for you. And a lot of times women quit early because they don't have a big picture for themselves. What do you want? Just like I think Amy was saying that too. Keisha was saying, what do you want? Do you want a life of freedom? Do you want a life where you can get up and travel anywhere you want? Do you want a life where you are making impact on people's lives? Do you want to have a business where there's income and you have different tiers in that business? Some of y'all are starting 17,000 different businesses and you don't finish. Where is your finish? Why aren't you creating courses? Why do you have a business and you're not generating any money? Why is that? And like, oh, well, it's my belief and all my mindset. Okay, so even at that point, now that we know it's mindset, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to sit and swim in it, or are we going to learn how to handle it? Intern said, what is one mindset shift to attract wellness clients for the more self-actualized when they have health issues in the safety level? Health issues. So when we talk about mindset shift, y'all, in attracting people, right? You have to remember you are the expert. You are the expert. So the first thing to think about, where are my clients that have the ability to pay? Now, this is the thing. I'm going to say this. Please, hear me. Just because someone is breathing does not mean they can pay you. Just because somebody has the problem does not mean they can pay you. You have to move next to or move into spaces online, and you have to begin speaking differently online. You have to be an expert online. I know that everybody likes to play online, Facebook, Instagram, and all these other things but social media is a part of your work. It's a part of it. Yes, you go out there and you network and all these different things, which is fine. Social media marketing is a part of your work, which, like I told y'all day one, if I go on your page and I don't see anything about your business, I don't see what you're doing. What are you doing? Why isn't your social media page reflecting the business that you have? Well, I don't want anybody to say it's always been okay, but you're running a business and you got to stop caring about what folks think. So the mindset shift is that you need to go where people can pay you. You need to go where people can pay you. The potential, not have the money, because you don't know if people have the money or not until they say yes and actually pay you. But get to a place in your mind, and you need to find those people, but then you also need to create content that is authoritative, and you can start writing, which I have a Digital LeadHer course. That's the writing system that I have. That's Tara. I don't think she's in here, but Tara, she got a licensing deal off that course. It was only $150. The Matriarch CEO Accelerator course, and I think Zaria asked about what course do you suggest start with. I have the Matriarch CEO Accelerator course, and I believe that's around $400-ish. That's sales. It's sales. It's a messaging and sales course. So, which means that you need to build. You need to get the course and you need to get to it. That's how I started, y'all. I got a course and learned the course. I'm here because I started with a course. I didn't go straight high ticket. A lot of coaches do. I didn't start off that way. I had to solve the money problem first so that I could get to the higher end investment. I'm here because I invested in a course. 30 days after I got the results I wanted, then I invested in myself. And then I invested in myself again. And then I kept going. During the time I've been in business, I have probably invested over $75,000 into my brain. 75,000. This is no joke. And I'm in a mastermind right now. I don't play about investing in myself. I don't play that. I don't play that. Some people play around with it. I don't. Every year I'm in somebody's container. I'm being coached. Because my clients have things that they need to bring up and talk about, and I need to be able to have space for them. But I have to also have someone that I can go to that has space for me. And it's not like I'm going to complain about my client. No, it's literally to just flush out different things, or even just hear and be in a container where other like-minded people are, just like what Amy was saying. So for you, Zaria, I will send y'all the Matriarch Accelerator course. Look at that. Look at the Digital LeadHer writing system. That's to write with authority online. That's one of my favorite courses. The Daily Payday Intensive will be like the cart is open until April 10th. April 10th is when we start. So today we have it at $750 for 2 payments. We do also have Klarna, we have Afterpay, we have other things like that if you need help with financial support. Okay, so if you want to try, you can. I put the link in the email, but I will also put the courses as well in another email sent to y'all. Did y'all enjoy this? Do y'all feel good? You feel like you got some inspiration? You feel like you can move on? You feel like you can run on a little bit? Do you feel enlightened? Do you feel excited? If you would like to join the Matriarch CEO Coaching Program and you say, no, I want to come all the way up, that program is obviously, that's my baby. If any alumni is open to come back, I'm open. The Matriarch is definitely open. Okay. I love y'all. Thank you so much. This was so much fun for meeting all of you. Some of you for the first time, some of them getting to know. Keep following. Definitely share this video. It's going to be YouTube publicly. So feel free to share this video with some people that you know, maybe your business bestie. And let's focus. April 1st is next week. It's Monday. I need you all to close up this week strong. Close up this week strong. And I need you to focus. Get your stuff together. You need to sit down, stop overthinking. All right? Love y'all. You got